Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Viratavattradhyaha Parishadhya Param Vignam Nighnanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamruta Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadasadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshinim. Overall, what Bhagavan says in 24 and 25 is totally eradicating all the desires born from either acquisitive resolutions and actions, reining in the senses from all directions with the mind. The senses have to be reined in with the mind, as Bhagavan taught us in Sankhya Yoga. Seek continuously and firmly to be peaceful with the courage and determination of wisdom. Wisdom is equal to embracing the indweller. Direct and fix the mind on the indweller with no other thoughts. Direct and fix your mind on the indweller, on Atma, on selfless love, on the prema that is within us. Slokam 24. Sankalpa Prabhavan Kamam Tyaktva Sarva Naseshataha Manasai Vendriya Gramam Viniyamya Saman Tataha Sanaihi Shanaihi Ruparamete Buddhaya Sanaihi Uparamete Buddhaya Dhruti Gruhitaya Atma Samstam Manaha Krutva Na Kinchit Abhi Chintayete Sankalpa Prabhavan Kamam Tyaktva Sarvan Aseshataha Manasai Vendriya Gramam Viniyamya Saman Tataha Shanaihi Uparamete Buddhaya Dhruti Gruhitaya Atma Samstam Manak Krutva Na Kinchitapi Chintayete. Padangal words are Sankalpa Prabhavan. Sankalpa Prabhavan. Kaman. Tyaktva. Sarvan. Aseshataha. Manasa eva. Indriya Gramam. Viniyamya. Samantataha. Shanaihi. Uparam et. Buddhaya. Dhruti Gruhitaya. Atma Samstam Manaha Krutva Na Kinchit Api Chintayete. Sankalpa Prabhavan. Prabhavan means something that is coming out of. Urpati, that is, it's coming out of, right? Prabhavam. And actually, we look at it etymologically, it's a beautiful word. Just pointing to you in the direction, then we'll move on. Bhava is experience. Bhava is always yad bhavam tat bhavati. So bhava is experience only. Prabhavam. The appellation always denotes the supreme, the lotus feet, the most sacred Bhagavan. So the when we say Prabhavan, something that is coming out of, taking birth, it's coming out of sacredness, it's coming out of Pavitram Bhagavan only. So what is the Prabhavan here? Sankalpa Prabhavan. Sankalpam means what? When you make a resolution. We go to temple and we say Sankalpam, take Sankalpam, we immediately do that. What is that Sankalpam? We are basically taking a resolution, a promise, an undertaking, right? So, and normally when we resolve something or when we undertake something, we always have a desire associated with it. I want to achieve the result. I want to acquire this. I want to get this. I want to obtain this. It's always an acquisitive desire, right? So that Sankalpa Prabhavan, all the activities and actions that arise out of the acquisitive desires, the resolutions and actions, both resolutions and actions, both are included there. Then whatever is coming out of from these resolutions and the resolutions being born out of desire to acquire, from those resolutions something else comes out of it. That is Prabhavan, which is whatever is resultant of that. What happens? Kaman, desires come, right? And the desires get sarvan, all of them, tektva, giving it up, to give up. Okay? Aseshataha is a beautiful. Aseshataha means without even the slightest residue. Nothing is left. Sarvan Aseshataha. All of them without leaving behind even the slightest residue. No balance left. All of them tektva, completely giving it up. Okay? Completely not attached to it. Completely gone, eliminated. Okay? Anasa eva samantataha indriya gramam. Manasa eva, with your mind, samantataha, from all directions, indriya gramam, is the senses go in all directions, if you really look at it, right? All the directions, up, down, behind, everywhere, our senses are always taking us, right? But so in all those directions, indriya gramam. Gramam means they join together. That's what gramam means. So senses are joining together with the sense objects in all directions, in samantataha. What do you do with that, with your mind? With your mind, viniyam, don't allow them to chase the sense object. Pull them back with your mind. That is the meaning of this first slokam. Then continuing, once you do this, Shanehi. We'll come do the first one. Dhruti gruhitaya. Dhrutam always means courage, strength, associated with the mind, not the physical. Physical strength is balam. Mental strength is dhruti. Okay, dhruti gruhitaya, associated one with the mental strength. Completely equipped with mental strength, buddhiya, with your discriminating ability. The buddhi comes. Because buddhi is a penultimate stage before reaching the lotus feet in the experience. So buddhiya, with your discriminating ability, shanehi, slowly, step by step, not all of a sudden. We don't go and jump into the ocean. We take one step at a time and wade into the ocean, and slowly, we enjoy it, right? It's like that. Shanehi, slowly and steadily, step by step, progressively, uparamete, beautiful word, uparam yete. Upa means what? Nearby, proximity, close to what? Close to Bhagavan. When you get close to Bhagavan, what happens? You get peace. Uparamete. Shanehi, uparamete. Slowly and steadily, step by step, attain peace. Attain peace. The peace becomes larger, peace becomes more encompassing, and peace becomes more and more durable. Okay? The progress Bhagavan is describing. Manaha, next line, Manaha Atma Samstham Krutva. That means, Manaha, the mind. How do you do this? You must Atma Samstham. Turn the mind to the indweller, Atma, the Bhagavan who is present within. Samstham, embrace him, hug him, put your mind with him wherever you want, whether you want to put it at the lotus feet or with his Prasanna Vadanam or his Abhaya Hastam, whatever you want, you can go there, it will stay there. That's the beauty of it. So, manaha atma samstam krutva, do. Right? Then what happens after doing this? Na kinchitapi chintayete. Kinchitapi. Other items, other things, any other thing other than indweller, na chintayete, do not think. Okay? So, going to the meaning again. After totally eliminating, eradicating all the desires born from acquisitive resolutions and actions, reining in senses from all directions with the mind, seek continuously and firmly to be peaceful with the courage and determination of wisdom. Direct and fix the mind on the indweller with no other thoughts. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan aseshataha manasayvendriya gramam viniyamya samantataha shanaihi uparamete buddhya dhruti gruhitaya atma samstam mana krutva na kinchitapi chintayet. Slokam number 28. 20, we were in 23, 24, 25, 26, sorry. Slokam number 26. Whatever, now this is very practical. Listen how Bhagavan is guiding us, taking us by our hand. Now, whatever the reasons may be, whenever the unstable and unsteady mind goes after external things, which you and I know it does, right? Whenever it goes after external things, at that time and at that place, the mind must be instantly and immediately controlled and placed with the indweller only. This is what Bhagavan now talks about, abhyasam, how to do the practice. Okay? No need to get disheartened. Mind will do its job, it will go all over the places. But whenever and wherever, in whichever way it goes to other external object, at that time, instantly, immediately, pull it back and place it with the indweller. That's all the practice that has to be done. So you fall down, you get up. Basically, that's all it is. Okay, now slokam number 26. That is the teaching from the Lord in this slokam. Okay. Yato nischarati manaha chanchalam astitam tatastato niyam etat atmani eva vasam nayet. Yato nischarati manaha chanchalam astiram tatastato niyamya etat atmanyeva vasam nayete. Yataha padangal yataha nischarati manaha chanchalam astiram tataha niyamya etat atmani eva vasam nayete. Chanchalam means, wavering, right? Going all over the place all the time. That's what mind does, right? And astiram. Stiram means steady. Astira means unsteady. It is both unsteady as well as it is wavering all the time. Right? Manaha, that mind, yataha, wherever, whatever reason, whichever place, nischarati, going externally and going about and being active, right? Nischarati, whatever the reason, it goes out, right? Nischarati, tataha, at that time, at that place, using that same reason, if the eye goes and get attached to jangri, for example, immediately I must tell the I to, I must withdraw the I. I must withdraw the I from the object and also withdraw the mind from that object. That is the kind of example that Swami is giving. Tataha, at that point, for that reason, at that time, etat, this mind, etat, this, niyamya, exercise your control, bring it back. Because what can control the mind? Buddhi can control the mind. What can control the senses? The mind can control the senses. So that is the hierarchy that Bhagavan gave us in Sankhya Yoga. Senses are controlled by the mind is controlled by the buddhi, and buddhi is controlled by the Atma. Okay, what the buddhi says, all it does, discriminating ability, it tells the mind, don't go there, come to the indweller. Come on, come here. That's all it keeps on saying. Okay, niyamya controls Atmani eva, to the indweller, to the selfless love that within us, that each one of us is. Vasam, placed. Vasam, to live. Like we say Srinivasan, right? Vasam. So that's a place where you reside. You should live there. You may tell the mind. You should not live anywhere else. Live with the indweller. Nayete. You place it there. That is its home. Yato nischarati manaschancchalam asthiram tatastato niyamya yetadatmanyeva vasam nayet. Slokam number 27. The most sublime bliss reveals itself and embraces this embracer of divinity, whose mind is at rest, whose aggressive impulses have been pacified, who is sinless, and who has become Brahman himself. So, yat bhavam tad bhavati. Okay, always remember that. And so, prashanta manasam hyenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. Prashanta manasam hyenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. There is also another saying you would have heard, Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavati. Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. One who knows Brahman becomes Brahman itself. What does this mean? You embrace the indweller, you become the indweller himself. You embrace the bliss, the love within you, you become that bliss and love. That's all Bhagavan is saying here is Prashanta Manasam. That means one, it is not just Santam, it is Prasantam, which means the bliss associated with the word, the pra, the sacredness, the supreme Lord. That is Prashanti. Okay, that Prashanta Manasam, mind is so peaceful. Okay, that means agitations have gone. Agitations are gone because mind is single-pointedly focused on the indweller. That's all. Prashanta Manasam, the Padangal, the words are Prashanta Manasam, enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. Okay? Prashanta Manasam, with the mind, very peaceful mind. Shanta rajasam. Look at the word. Now you can begin to enjoy the Sanskritam, the beauty of it etymologically. By now, most of the words are repeating themselves. So, with Bhagavan's grace, I nudge you and encourage you to delve a little bit deeper. Rajasam Shantam. Rajasam means what? All the aggressive tendencies that we have. We have three tendencies. The lethargic tendencies, the aggressive tendencies, and the balancing tendency, right? Those are the three, basically. The aggressive tendencies have Shantam. They become peaceful. They've been pacified. So with the peaceful mind, with aggressive tendencies pacified, akalmasham, without sin. Now, go back to everything has to be understood with clarity and precision. Very important. we covered earlier what is sin and what is not sin. Sin is anything that is done dissociated with Bhagavan. When the mind is not associated with Bhagavan, is not offered to him, whatever we do is sin. Even the most charitable act becomes sin because it's always tinged with even the slightest amount of ego that I am doing it. Then it becomes sin. The best thing is to surrender everything, to offer. So the person who is embracing the indweller will have no other thought. Therefore, he is sinless. Akalmasham. Okay? Brahma Bhutam. All these are a result of what Bhagavan says. It is not academic. These are all things that actually happen as a result of embracing the indweller. Okay? Akalmasham. Brahma Bhutam. He, one who has become Brahman itself. How does he become Brahman himself? Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. He is embracing the indweller, he is becoming skilled at it, and then he merges in him, becomes that selfless love itself. What happens to him? Brahma, the one who has become Brahman, Yenam Yoginam. This yogi, Yenam Yoginam, that's in the first line. This yogi, here yogi denotes, Bhagavan said a few in the previous adhyayam, Sa Yogi, that he is a yogi, one who is a yogi who has become embracing the indweller and becomes one with it. So this person is an actual yogi. He again describes this in the few slokams earlier also. This yogi, he certainly, absolutely, with sure, with 100% certainty, he, Nischayam, Uttamam Sukham Upaiti. Uttamam, the most exalted Sukham, bliss. Upaiti, it reaches him. He doesn't go after it. It comes after him. Okay, Upaiti, it arrives, it comes to him. Okay, he doesn't go there, it comes to him. Okay, Prashanta Manasam Hyenam Yoginam Sukham Uttamam Upaiti Shantarajasam Brahmabhutam Akalmasham. Slokam number 28. Now, when the spiritual aspirant thus practices the focusing on the indweller at all times, no sins attach to him, and he very easily touches the indweller. The bliss he experiences then is endless indeed. Yunjan evam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukham ashnute. Yunjan evam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukham asnute. Padangal are Yunjan evam sada atmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukham asnute. Evam, thus, sada, always, atmanam, with his own self, Yunjan, we have come across this earlier. Yunjan means focusing, bringing everything, gathering together, and then going as one laser beam, single-pointed attention. Okay, Yunjan. Vigata kalmashaha, one to whom all the sins have left him. Okay, without any sins. Yogi, this yogi, sukhena, very easily. So come, remember, we have got two meanings. One is, it means bliss, comfort. Anandam, another means also facility. It's easy. Okay, sukhena brahma samsparsam. When you hug the indweller, what happens? The indweller hugs you back. This is beautiful and described in Taittiriya Upanishad very beautifully. And so, touching means not just with our skin and with our hands and all that. No. The mental embrace we make is that touching that is beyond the senses. Okay, you experience them. Okay, so that Brahma Samsparsam Atyantam Sukham. This is see, Sukham comes here in a different meaning. Atyantam means endless, limitless, infinite. Sukam, bliss, asnute, he experiences. Yunjan nevam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukam asnute. Slokam number 29. He who sees me everywhere, 29, sorry, with his mind immersed in the practice of focusing on the indweller. That's all that Swami wants us to do, is to turn the mind to the Lord who is seated in our heart. Okay, to turn inwards. Once you start practicing it, focus on him. With his mind immersed in the practice of focusing on the indweller, he experiences the unity among the apparent diversities. He sees the same indweller appearing as himself and all the things around as well. The very important thing, it's not a physical form. It is the essence, the rasam, raso vaisaha, the essence of love that is present everywhere. It's only that selfless prema that is present everywhere. That's what he sees. All the various different myriad appearances, the differences in the appearances vanish. Even though the appearances are there, but he doesn't notice them. Because what he notices is the oneness of it. Like when you have a garland made of different flowers, for example, you do look at the different flowers. I mean, they all appear to you, but overpowering them will be the fragrance of the various flowers. The fragrance is the uniting thing. That is a common thing, even though they all appear different. It will be like that. And so sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha. The padangal are sarva bhutastha, sarva bhutaha, sarva bhutastha, sarva bhutastham, atmanam, sarva bhutani cha atmani, ikshate yoga yuktatma, sarvatra samadarshanaha. Yoga yuktatma. We saw earlier Yuktan. Who's a Yukta? Bhagavan described it earlier, right, for us. Yukta is one who has become very skilled and competent in this practice of embracing the indweller. You become better and better and better at it, and you progress. You become more skilled and more competent. All of a sudden, wherever you see, whatever you think is only indweller. It's that kind of embracing. Mind should always be there. It's the mind that we are talking of, okay, not the body, mind. And so the mind perceives the Lord everywhere. That yoga yuktatma, one who's become completely immersed in it, in this practice, sarvatra, everywhere, in all the places, samadarshanaha, with a vision that sees only unity, okay, only oneness. Atmanam, sarvabhutastam, Atmanam, the indweller, the love that is present, sarvabhutastham, present in all the beings. See, the beings are not negated. Okay, please understand this. Nothing is negated, but you see it in its reality. Okay, what it really is. Sarvabhutastham, one's own indweller is present as indweller in everything, in all the beings. Not only that, Sarva Bhutani, all the beings, Atmani cha, they're also residing only in the indweller. Thus, he ikshate, he perceives, he sees. So, just reflect on this a little bit, okay? It's such a beautiful, beautiful experience. When you love someone automatically that person loves you back. What you give is what you receive. And the moment, even when you smile at someone, even though the person may have a scowl, you smile at him, automatically he will smile at you back. It's like that. The moment you have a loving vision, if you have a jaundice vision, everything looks yellow. If you have a loving vision, a vision of love, everything looks love only. And you don't see any other difference there. This is the beautiful teaching from Bhagavan. So please reflect on this. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshanaha. To get the vision of love, I must practice embracing that love. That is yoga yuktatma. He becomes samadarshanaha. For him, everything appears same way, which is nothing but love. Now, before we close today, two things. One homework that those of you who want to take the homework, please think where else we have come across the word samadarshanaha. Okay? That's, we talked about this earlier, and in what context Bhagavan taught that samadarshanaha. And now you realize how one gets the samadarshanaha. You have to become the yoga yuktatma. Okay? So please let me know which slokam the other one appears. And then second one I wanted to share with you before we close the session today. We've been talking about yajna. Okay? One practical example I want to share with you in a practical perspective. In the previous adhyayam, it was sannyasa yoga, and then jnana karma sannyasa yoga. And Bhagavan taught us on yajnam, and I use the word sacrifice and all that, even though it's kind of a deficient word. Now look at it this way. That's what I wanted to share with you, with a prayer that will add to clarity. A millionaire may be very hesitant and may actually cry and does not want to part with some of his money in paying taxes. Okay, people try to follow the tax loopholes and avoid paying taxes because they want to hold on to the money. Right? The richer, most cases, the more wealth you have, the less you want to part with it. It becomes kind of a thing. Whereas another example is if you sit in the office, go to office there, you've got a desk and a chair and a computer and all these things, and then when you get transferred somewhere else to another office, you just leave the desk and chair and everything else and the computer, everything, and go. And you're not even bothered about it. You don't think twice about it. The reason is it's a question of attitude. When in the case of the work desk and all that, you know very well it does not belong to you. And you are there just using it. You are there just enjoying it, but you don't claim ownership on it. Whereas in the case of the millionaire with the money, he claims ownership on it. And the example that has been given is this is exactly the way Swami says, whether it is our family or our wealth or our property or our education or mind or whatever it is, these are all his property, not ours. Okay? And we should not claim ownership to them. And we should enjoy them as trustee. And that attitude of enjoying everything that comes our way with a trustee perspective, with a trustee attitude, is the first step in sacrifice. So you don't claim ownership. You don't attach yourself to it. Okay? Second thing, practically speaking, the next question comes, does it mean that things in life do not have any value? Not at all. Everything in life has got a value associated with it. Everything. Okay? This is where the role of the buddhi comes in. It has to understand what is the value of a given thing is and put it in its perspective. That fact it is transient, it is temporary. Okay, even though this is so much, it is going to go away one day, because like a passing cloud, it's going to go away. It is not permanent. So that attitude with these two things combined together, when one develops it, then one enjoys everything, whether action, results, or whatever that comes or does not come, as an agent of the Lord, as a trustee of the Lord, without claiming ownership. That feeling is what yajna is. Because in order to have that, I must be thinking of the Lord all the time, or most of the time. Then only I'm not the owner, you are the owner. I'm only your agent. I'm doing it for your pleasure, for your benefit, for your pleasing you. That attitude, with that attitude, we can do everything and anything, then that becomes a yajna. So that's what I want to quickly share with you, and let's close the session for today.